live. Happy Halloween. Hello, Armstrong. How are things going? Hopefully, you're getting some much needed and well deserved, I'm sure, rest. Let's see here. We'll alt tab into the game. Let me make sure I've got, got the palette mod loaded up. It just gives us more colors we can pick from to represent these empires. And make sure there's no games. Yep, we're going to start from the very beginning with a new game. Going pretty good. It was a pretty good Halloween for the kids. Outstanding. Good to hear. Good to hear. We had mostly older kids this year. They all had neat costumes. They had like their own electric light sets and stuff like that for their costumes. But not a lot of little kids this year. Maybe that's just the demographics of my neighborhood. I don't know. But anyway, here we go. I chose the color orange because it stands out pretty well and it goes with the color scheme. It actually, our symbol will look like it belongs on our ships. So this is actually set up for easy mode. We're playing at normal speed, 8 competitors, normal level difficulty. Pirate difficulty is normal. We're on a large galaxy. We're playing on a Disc 4 system because this is what I've been practicing on, so I'm familiar with it. Many constellations and medium galaxy density. But these AI are the easiest. I don't have any really hard AI loaded up in here. And that's all for learning purposes. This should be pretty relaxed. We'll load this up and let the cutscene play.
Under the visionary leadership of Emperor Zelovis, we have become a proud and powerful nation. It is time to rise up, grasp our future, and seek our destiny among the stars. Imagine the future that we can build. We shall construct great fleets, send them out to make great discoveries, and through their conquests, secure our place in this rich galaxy. We will discover new sciences and new life. We will greet new peoples and turn them into new patriots. Together, we shall leave our mark on history. For together, we can become anything our hearts desire. Whatever the cost, whatever the effort, let us not shy away from the greatness that is our birthright.
It is a time of great peace and prosperity for the Empire. Usurpers have been vanquished, disagreements resolved, wars ended. The Empire is truly united. Now is the time for your great nation to forge a path to the stars, to bring your great civilization to other worlds, to impress upon any other races you discover that your way is the best way.
All right. So we should just right away embrace the likelihood that we are the baddies. This looks to be your quintessential authoritarian conquering empire type. And so it sort of has a dystopian kind of 1984 vibe to it. But we will get started. Let's take a look at where we're at in the galaxy. We're way out here. This is what our galaxy looks like. We're out on the outer edge. We got 3 space lanes that we can explore. So we'll get started. Let's start out by looking at our system. Love a good space 4X, yeah. I've never played Endless Space, but the other Endless games are pretty... Oh, so you're familiar with the other Endless. Yeah, see, I've heard really good things about Endless Legend. And Humankind looks interesting. The Emperor protects, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yep, we're those guys. All right, so it looks like we've got a medium Terran world. You can see over on the left side the stats there: medium, Terran, temperate, and fertile. Our planet base output, and this is what I use to kind of determine how I will specialize this system as we move forward. We have 8 food, 4 industry, 6 dust, 4 science, and no influence. And it looks like we have a modifier here that will add even more to our dust per population and a little bit to our industry as well. So this is setting up so far to be a good dust system. But we need to look at the other planets. So here we have a large toxic. So not going to have a lot of population. Max population is 4, whereas the Terran is double that at 8. And that counts. That's a big deal. So because your population will multiply these numbers. But we have 3 food, 2 industry, 8 dust. So again, high on dust, 2 science. Over here we have a medium Mediterranean population of 7, 6 food, 7. This one's better at food and industry. 6 food, 7 industry, 3 dust, and 1 science. But it's still respectable at dust. So this is probably going to be a dust specializing system. That's like gold for this game. So we'll put in trade networks and stuff like that. Last one here is a huge, hot planet? Is it? This is medium Mediterranean. No, I read the wrong area. A huge desert. And so we've got 1 food. This one's highest on industry at 8, but also high on dust at 6. No science, no influence. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. So it's going to be respectable at industry. That means it'll be able to build things quickly, but it's going to specialize in dust. Dmitry Lenko is our hero, and we're going to assign him right away as a governor. We're going to start out with drone networks, I think, followed by Xeno industrial infrastructure. Yeah, drone networks is faster. It's going to get us another +10 on industry as well as +10 food, and that will shorten the time then for Xeno industrial infrastructure. Actually, I watched a first 30 turn video by, I think they're called 4X Alchemists, and they go Xeno industrial infrastructure first because for 3 more turns of work, you're going to get a huge bump because our planet is also fertile and it's also temperate. So this is actually +30 industry. That was an accident. I accidentally clicked. So there we go for that. What do we have here? We have blue capped mold. That's going to add 60 science to our system. Not tremendously helpful because our system really kind of sucks at science, but maybe helpful for the early game to shore up that area. And then we got NP artifacts. That's going to be +2 approval per population on system if we decide to use it as a system development upgrade, which I probably will not. Dustier than Arizona in a windstorm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, we have no research queued. From what I've seen from a number of channels on this game, you kind of, when playing as the Empire, you always go with xenobiology. This is going to I want to take my time with this game too. I'm going to read all this stuff. Xenobiology, technology, science, and exploration, studies of soil samples from other planets, when combined with advances in understanding of extremophilic bacteria, permit scientists to create, under certain conditions, hardier and more productive crops. Okay. And that's going to allow us to build the public-private partnerships building, which will give us plus 30 science for our Terra world. That's going to go on top of that plus 60. So actually our science is going to be pretty good. And then it'll get better after that, depending on how many, like we'll get plus 10 for every planet in that system. There's a total of 4 planets. And any of them that are also fertile and or temperate will get another plus 10 for each of those modifiers. And on top of that, we'll be able to colonize tundra planets. So this will take us 6 turns to research. So see right here, this toxic planet, once we colonize it, it's a temperate planet. So we'll get another plus 10. So we're looking at 30 here, science, because this is the trifecta. 10, 20, 30, and then another 10 for each planet, 40, 50, 60, and then another 10 for temperates, 70, and that's it. And another 10 for fertiles, and I don't have another fertile. So it'll be plus 70 on top of the plus 60. Didn't we have a modifier that gave us plus 60? I thought it was blue cap mushrooms. Well, I wish I could see that again. Okay, well anyway, we'll press on. I don't want to get hung up on that. I need to modify, well, let's pass a law. And I go with the Super Tax Act. We're going to lose approval on our systems. It's a pretty hefty hit. But from what I've heard at the beginning of the game, this doesn't really matter. So we're going to take the plus 3 dust per population on planets instead. We'll pass that. So we're running with dust windfall. 10% of industry spent for any construction is converted into dust at the end. And then the Super Tax Act, plus 3 dust per population on planets. Then we will enter into our Navy here. We're going to edit our settler ship. We don't need a weapon. I'm going to throw another engine on there instead so we get some extended mobility. And my patrol ship I'm going to edit. This is going to be our exploration vessel. I'm not interested in mobility so much as I am in the ability to explore. So now we have 4 probes instead of just 2. I'm also not interested in survival. This is kind of our Starship Enterprise ship. And we can refit those. It's going to cost us dust. So there we go. We've spent quite a bit of dust. We're at 40 now. We do have 2 probes already. Let's see, we were on the outer edges of the galaxy. So I think I'll send a probe. I think I'm going to actually follow the space lanes. I'm going to send one down this line and the other one down a little bit more. Down that line and reselect my Navy, and we're going to send him down the center line. We'll keep our colonization ship back here temporarily for 1 or 2 turns and see if we find anything worth colonizing after these probes and our exploration vessel go out for 1 or 2 turns again. Weird coincidence, I just watched the Seth video on Endless Space a couple days ago. Such a funny video. I haven't heard of him. I'll have to check that out. SSETH. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that tonight then, probably. All right, and with that, I believe I can save this as turn 1. Let's say YouTube 1. There's the weird thing about this, you have to click out of it and then click back into it, and then save appears. All right, there we go. We'll end turn, and that's turn number 1 for us. All right, so we found Eridanus here. It looks like there's 3 planets. I prefer 4. Tiny ash, high in industry. Large ash, also high in industry. So this could be a shipyard facility. And tiny steps, oh, terrible at industry, so that kind of ruins it. When you only have 3 planets, you kind of need all 3 to perform. So I'm going to continue hoping to come across a better system. So we have access to dark glitter, which improves manpower, I guess. I think that's manpower, the guy with the little ball next to him. And population and enrollment to system. That's what... Oh, it's only if you use it as a system development upgrade, and I don't. So we will let our ships move forward. Okay, nothing yet. Let's give it one more turn before picking a direction and just going with our colonizer here. Okay, push forward 1, and nothing. Maybe I'll go one more turn, because I think in one more turn this guy's gonna run into something. But this is the absolute latest I can wait to before going someplace with the colonizer. Okay, this probe ran into the Ibella system, also just 3 planets. A medium lava, big on industry. A huge lava, also big on industry. And a small arid, which is respectable at industry. This is a possibility. Nothing here is colonizable for us right now. We don't have the technology, but we might colonize it in the future. Let's push forward with our exploration. New minor civilization discovered, the Kalmat. They are warmongers, aggressive civilizations that prefer strength to diplomacy, and will attack unfriendly fleets orbiting their systems. However, they believe in joining forces to reach common goals and will not attack friendly fleets. Warmonger factions provide more, I think that's population, than other factions. But maybe it's manpower. Evolutionary algorithms neg 10% bandwidth cost on hacking programs. As creatures who've evolved sophisticated communication algorithms, this faction benefits from reduced bandwidth costs for programs. Okay. We want to start negotiations and praise them. As the Empire, we will use our influence to bring minor civilizations under our control. And they got the very nice Jadonics. This is a great system upgrade. It provides plus 60 industry on system when it's used as a system development upgrade. Everybody I've seen on YouTube says this is the #1 choice for your system development upgrades. So we unfortunately will not be able to get a control of that until we have these guys under our control, nor can we populate this system because it's controlled by them. But they have a medium lava that they live on, so big industry. Turkana 2 is a huge gas, so it's also big on industry as well as science. Turkana 3 is a huge desert, respectable at industry and dust. medium savanna, kind of an all-around planet. So we would probably send this in the direction of industry specialization. This would be a future shipyard. They'll be able to crank out ships quickly with high industry. But again, we can't colonize that yet. That's in the future. So it looks to me like these space lanes here branch off from here. So we're going to take our colonizer ship and send them down along this path. All right, how are we doing over here on our construction queue? 9 turns left until we're done with drone networks. And we are producing 36 food, 38 industry, 45 dust, and 22 science, as well as 9 influence. Okay. We will in turn. We have a unassigned hacking operation. So let's open up scan view. And what I like to do is I like to begin hacking these minor civilizations so that we can pump up our image with them. And then I should also put a defensive encryption on our home system. And that'll be that. Okay. Of these 3, locate is the one that I typically can accomplish the fastest. This was suggested by the 4X Alchemist guide that I watched, so we'll go with that. I am not reading these things. My bad. It's like a knife through your heart. You joke, Hadri. You say, knowing the Sheridan never jokes. He shakes his head. The weapon signature leaves no doubts. You stare out at the starfield, anger growing. A United Empire fleet fired upon by a fellow UE vessel of obsolete design. How old? 25 solar cycles at least, Your Imperial Majesty. We think there must be an outpost out there somewhere. The knife twists. This is no reactionary rebellion. This is something fomented decades ago. Meticulously planned, kept hidden with a military-like focus. Few would possess the courage, the resources, the sheer iron will to see through such an undertaking. Who would do such a thing? You thought the uprisings were a thing of the past, crushed forever when you disposed of Duke Anatov and finally united the Empire all those years ago. You know, reading that, I wonder if these guys patterned this empire after Dune. Your heart chills. Could Lena, bitter, ungrateful Lena, have hatched such a diabolical plot? Or maybe it was Hadri, so-called First Protector Hadri Linko, so near and yet so far from the seat of power. Or perhaps it was Petra Mandzukic. She who could trace her line to the great Mazari clans, who lusted over a greater power. No. This way lies madness. They are loyal subjects. I will find the perpetrator. Slowly, methodically. You cling to the thought, a lifeline and an ocean of dark musings. Hadri coughs. What is your command, Your Imperial Majesty? Alright, better keep this matter private or else be made a laughingstock. Sending a small fleet to locate and deal with the rebel outpost discreetly and efficiently is the right response. And that was based off of me choosing this one right here to explore curiosities. So we will get daily slogan as a reward after exploring 10 curiosities. It's plus 40% food on Outpost Planet. That's pretty good. Utilizing insights from Pioneer Psychology by carefully determining the content and the time of day of a daily slogan, Outpost can enjoy enhanced rates of growth. All right. Let's, where am I going to go with this guy here? There's only one place to go. So that's the good things that I've discovered so far is that we have no vectors into our system from these two directions. It's right here. This is our only door. And so we're secure on these sides. And we'll focus exploration over here. Move our colony ship forward. And end turn. Okay, move forward again. We have a 3-planet system again. A lot of 3-planet systems. Jane 1, good at science. Jane 2, large ice, good at science. Jane 3, large ice, is also going to be good at science. Arctic and ice. Still haven't run into anything I can actually colonize. Okay. What else have we got going on here? Well, nothing. Alright. It's a slow start for us. We just learned xenobiology. So that means we can colonize tundra now. And from xenobiology, what do we have as options right here? Steppes and snow. I haven't run into either of those either. Colonize savanna, colonize arid up here, colonize Mediterranean. So none of those. This is barren, colonize barren. Well, out of curiosity, where is ice? Right here, 3rd tier down. That probably means Arctic is nearby. Yep, there's Arctic. So all of those are quite a ways away. I think we'll get started on economy buildings. And that means let's see, our home system's probably going to be dust specialized, so having a market would be probably good. We'll go galactic commodities and multi-thread management. And we can be the first to successfully search 10 curiosities would gain us Seeker of Truth. The technology deed. And we would get 75 blue mushroom caps as a reward. Okay. We're probably not going to get it since I haven't even found one curiosity yet. This is a pretty slow start. We'll go here for our first curiosity. And let's see, we got 2 of them. Mutated flora, +2 approval and +2 food per population. An example of biodiversity gone berserk. This planet shows a variety of plant mutations of every size, shape, color, scent, flavor, and psychoactive effect that one could imagine. Some of the more notable results include rich food supplies and ecstatic gourmet chefs. Hey, we got Jadonics. That's nice. The only known occurring anti-gemstone, the unique lensing properties of Gedonics make it very useful in advanced tools and machines. It also has many practical military applications for improving weapon systems and ship defenses. All right, lava and arid. We could maybe colonize this system, and it would be an industrial system. That's Ibella. Let me look over here. Arid and desert. Arid was over here, I thought. Savanna. Okay, here's arid. PEV scale accelerators. And lava is, I think, this one. Yeah. So it's third tier. Same as ice is. Okay, well, if I don't find anything really soon, we might be going for that. You can continue on to Zhang. Words in private. Your sole hero, graduate of the Academy and Dust Adept, has requested an audience. Something has awakened, they confide. The Academy has registered emissions that they do not recognize. The source is certainly an endless manufactured transponder. They do not wish to explain further, claiming that Academy oaths bind them from saying more on the subject of how the signal was identified. They show their loyalty, however, in helping you discover the most efficient way to uncover the truth. Whatever the artifact is, it must be powerful and certainly had military applications. Further investigation of military technology should provide a clue. Endless technology is safest when it is in your hands, not someone else's. So we'd want to be the first. Let's see, this is a cooperative quest, so all combined, once all these empires have researched 17 military technologies, we'll get rewards based on how much we contributed to that. We found an asteroid field, so once that's under our influence, then we'll gain 50 industry, and that's down here, our colonizing ship.
We are Riftborn. We come into your cosmos on a mission of survival.
Hello, Riftborn. So they're looking for a home. All right, so there's our first rival civilization. And that basically means that this is our area. We need to, I mean, it's unfortunate that they're all 3-planet systems, but we probably need to get going on that. So I'll be doubling our guy back. We'll probably shoot for Ibella first because it's got Gedonics in it, and it's, of all these systems, well, this one's pretty geared for science. This one's pretty geared for industry. This one's a bit of a hodgepodge. I didn't like it, but we can at least get going on these two. We'll eventually pull these guys in. So that's the plan. All right, Tercana has been successfully hacked. We can improve image through a mix of careful adjustments to internal diplomatic communiques, combined with subtle propaganda programs. Faction relations can be improved. All right, so that'll take 5 turns. And I believe that means we can start another operation. So we'll start hacking them again. Okay, let's enter into here. And we got the science from scrap battle tactic. And that's all there is to check out here. Dimitri has improved. Let's see, I was gonna go dust. Yeah, +5 dust per sterile on system and +5 dust on the system, I guess, as a whole. We have a couple sterile planets, so this won't really kick in until we've... maybe we'll go another way. Let's go... Let's see... I think I want to go down this line right here. But in order to unlock this, I believe we're going to need a total of 4 points first. And so I would rather put 2 points into here to improve industry right away and food production. All right. So that's done. Xeno industrial infrastructure is improved. Our drone networks will take 2 turns. Let me go up here while I'm thinking about it. I want to create a new ship. I'm going to call this a Pathfinder. I want to drop an engine on here. This is our new exploration vessel. Because my patrol ships are about to get switched over. In fact, I can do it right now. To combat oriented. I've been experimenting with kinetics, artillery. Let's see here. Put this steel plating and then shields right there. And so our home system, well, we do need this. And then we need to start building a navy. So I want 4 patrol 3s. We're going to bring him back to here and then out here. There's 2 curiosities here. I'm at 3, so that would get me to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, darn, we're 1 short. And there's none here, so dang it. Everything's kind of taken a long time. This is a tough start. All right, population growth. 10 curiosities found by unknown empire. That is a really long space lane. That's maybe the longest space lane I've seen in this game. Surely they're going to run into something on the next turn. Okay. Drone networks is finished. 3 turns for public-private partnerships. Another 3-planet system. Golly, man. Small ash. Big on industry. Small Mediterranean. Food and industry. Large Mediterranean. Industry. Okay. I want to keep going until I run into another civilization, and that will be kind of my line of demarcation. We found Eden incense, that's nice. An exceedingly agreeable aroma wafts from this orange-pink plant when it is burned. Sought after for its potent effects on intellectual creativity, it is valuable as a resource and for trade. Effects within a system development upgrade, plus 30 influence on system. Alright, and that's how far I would have to go for my next curiosity. Just that's forever and a day out that way. Oh, I already moved them. Yeah. Alright, so we will end turn again. Okay, cordial. The minor civilization will provide you with a small portion of their resources and will let you repair and retrofit your ships on their system. Nice. And pirates have sprung up right here, so this is a choke point. We'll need our navy to come in and blockade this port in order for us to safely travel beyond this point. New minor civilization discovered, the Zermisala. They are also warmongers. Endless weapons. Studying designs of weapons used by the Endless leads to increased damage on Academy forces. Plus 20% damage on weapon module on ship lent by the Academy. Okay. We will praise you. More pirates. Minor civilization. You discovered the planet Vanguard, home of the Kappa AI. Upon arrival in the galaxy, the Riftborn settled on a snow-covered world that they named Vanguard. Like the rest of the universe they find themselves in, they have little love for the planet, yet in its pristine white snowfields they find an echo of their own universe, Koraz. Koraz, less a home and more a staging ground for further explorations. The Riftborn inhabit a small corner of the world with order and vigor. Alright, well, that's what I was looking for. So it's time to head back and try and get back to, I'd say, Ibella as quickly as possible and hope that we can make it through the pirates. We might lose that settler. This is actually, of all the little starts and restarts I've had, this is one of the tougher ones. Alright, intern. Let's get these curiosities. Cyberflora, a hybrid species that grew from dust-infected lichen. This nearly indestructible plant can be found thriving even in the harshest conditions. Its beautiful, glossy sheen and interesting biotechnical properties create both a stunning environment and a source of scientific knowledge. +2 science per pop, +1 approval per pop, and +1 food per pop. Planetary anomaly has a beneficial effect on the planet. Microfactories anomaly, another innovation of the Endless. Some visited planets were sown with these dust-built millimeter-scale factories that convert mineral solids into nutrient chains for crops. Adaptable or trainable to a wide range of ecosystems, they are an enormous boon to food production and agricultural labor. Wow, that sounds impressive. +3 food per population and +1 approval. So does that get reflected whenever I mouse over? Okay, so 5, 8, 6, 2. That's the base output. And then we get another +4 food on top of that from every population on there, which can be up to 7. This desert planet, we should go for that. We're gonna want to get this thing colonized ASAP. This is a really nice planet. It's got high pop count and it's got all these extras to it. And then by doing desert, I think, oh, you know what? There's not. This was lava and arid. Darn it. Okay, but I still have been given a direction because arid sits right here. And I think desert's right. No, it's not. I was wrong. Ash. Lava. Gas. Where the heck are you, desert? Were you one down? Oh, you are one down. So we want to go down this line. So get me those 2 techs next. That's going to take 24 turns. Okay. Let's move our colony ship. They've been given the signal to RTB, and they've been told there are now pirates in the way. Godspeed to you. These guys they're flying for their lives, trying to get back to home system before the pirates set up fleets. All right, improve image. Start hacking again. All right, public-private partnerships is done. So we are now building our Navy. And we're working on galactic commodities. That'll take 1 turn. I think I forgot about this guy and left him there for a couple turns. That's pretty bad. Don't want to waste turns. All right, we're about to see if we can run this gauntlet. So we get access to Miners Union and G Goods Exchange. Miners Union, as the demand for resources grows and trade ties the galaxy together, conditions in the resource extraction industries give rise to drives for unionization. This leads to a workforce that is better integrated and more efficient with healthier and happier employees. Strategic resource output rises. +1 resource generation on strategic resource deposits. So we have strategic resources, which tend to be like metals and stuff. They're used to, if you can construct something military out of it, then it's a strategic resource. And then you have luxury resources. If they improve like the disposition of your people or something like that, it's considered a luxury. I don't know if I've got that perfectly ironed out or not, but maybe as a guide, we can think of it that way. Marketplace. The exchange. Since the days of caravan trading on lost worlds, commerce and markets have been the lifeblood of the galaxy. Even if it is stocks that are traded by unseen computers, the exchange still exists as a place where goods, services, and juicy rumors are found. Opens access to luxury and strategic resources on the marketplace. All right, so now we are researching multi-thread management. It'll give us access to accelerated production, buyout, using techniques of management logistics, parallelization. Did I say that right? Parallelization and brute force production of almost anything can be accelerated to meet a quicker deadline, but that comes at a cost. Enables use of dust to immediately complete anything in the construction queue. And the intergalactic supermarket, plus 25 dust per system level and plus 3 dust per population, can be built only once per empire. People love to spend money. By providing them with the best place in the universe to do so, you'll become rich faster than you ever thought possible, especially if your people are happy. So it's the world's biggest mall. That'll be with multi-thread management. And we are now amicable with the Kalmat. The minor faction will provide you with a good portion of their resources, and a special action will be available if you have the best relation with them. In addition, a quest to assimilate them will be available. Well, that's what I was looking for. Neutral hackers are now active. That basically means that the pirates have come online. Faction sovereignty taken by Aesop Grimm. We are now the sovereign of the Kalmat on Terkana. I don't know exactly what that means. I guess that they won't go to war with us. We're seen as being their overlords. But we do have this option here. Assimilate the minor civilization by providing assistance with a problem. Truth be told, the dust-obsessed religious fanatics of the Kalmat Splinter group are an unnerving crowd. Unnerving, but powerful. The opinions of this small group can easily tilt the balance in the decision to join your empire. So when the leader looms close, eyes intense, and asks, "Will you help us?" you don't really have much choice. They worship dust, and they want you to send a hero to cement their political influence among the population. It could be a good move for making the Kalmat more accommodating. Dust, the most powerful substance in the universe. The more I'm reading this, the more I am thinking that this is Dune. This is a spin-off of... They patterned this after Dune. You know, Dune, you had spice. Dust, the most powerful substance in the universe. No wonder they worship it. Sending a hero on the Splinter Group's behalf would certainly make a powerful statement. Why not? So assign a hero to a fleet, then send the fleet to the Terkana system in orbit for 6 days. Okay, I can do that. Not right away, but I'm building my fleet right now, and I have a hero. Alright, you need to move towards Eridanos. Alright, this is a moment of truth right here. Here's our guy. Run the gauntlet. Okay, so far so good. How many turns is he out from here? 4 turns. 3 gets him to here, and on the 4th turn he will need to run this gauntlet. This says it will be 9 turns before a new pirate fleet appears, so I think he's gonna make it. What's our queue look like here? For us to get to Arid, it looks like we're 3 turns out. No, I was wrong. That's just number 3 in the queue. We are 11 turns out from Arid. And we are 5 turns from here. Okay, what if I removed that? 8 turns. Currently we're working on multi-thread management. Okay, well, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to go straight to this after we research multi-thread, so our colonizing ship will be sitting there for a little bit. Okay, over here, it's going to take 6 turns, and we will be complete with our navy. Rumor of an academy. There are heroes, and there are heroes. Legends of prowess, familiar to all yet witnessed by none. The heroes of these tall tales are a dime a dozen. But in the leaders you have met and in the murmurs of your crews and colleagues, there are stories of other heroes, living heroes, whose actions and efforts have changed the course of battles and bureaucracies, whose actions and decisions have been pivotal in the rise and fall of empires. And when one speaks of these heroes, masters of dust and its vast powers, one also speaks of the place where they studied, where they learned these feats of strength and genius. It is simply referred to as the Academy. Some seem to present it as a center of higher learning, while others mention it in tones more suitable to worship and epiphany. So this is like a Jedi temple, almost. It would be good to know the truth of all this. It would be good if your ships were the first to make formal contact with it and meet its leader, shrouded in mystery. They are as few in number as they are great in power, the heroes of the galaxy. They learned their skills at a place simply referred to as the Academy. Be the first to find this place, and some of its secrets will certainly be yours. Backtrack the paths of heroes by exploring 5 atmospheric curiosities. Okay. We have population growth, we got some Yusho, and we completed 1 patrol ship. We will be done with the next on the next turn. And the latest political survey says that industrialists are the major faction in our empire. Okay. We will move into the system of Eridanis. And from here, we will study curiosities. We have found a radiated anomaly. Oh, that's not good. Neg 1 science, Neg 1 food, and Neg 4 approval per population. Eventually, we'll be able to research tech that gets rid of these negative anomalies. Event effects. The atmosphere of this planet has a strange psychotropic effect. When inhaled, the sweet vapor seems to allow the subject to see exactly 4 seconds into the future. Perhaps a concentrated dose might do even more. Yeah, this is definitely Dune. I don't know why I've never realized this before. I mean, I read the book Dune whenever I was in the desert. I need to probably maybe read it again. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, we got the movies Dune out. I liked the first one. I'm hoping the second one will be good too. Inhale, +2 vision range on fleet on Garrison 1st Patriots Navy. Okay. And we got more Jedonics. +5 Jedonics once we settle it. So, 2020 hindsight. See, there's like 2 methods you can take that I've learned. You can pick and choose which systems that you colonize, which is the route that I took. Or you could colonize everything. And I've kind of experimented with both, and they both seem to be pretty good. And if I had this do over again, I would have just simply colonized everything. You know, we would probably be banking right now if I had done that. Okay, so get that and get this. Rich, mineral rich. Due to its formation from dust clouds that spun off from the system's sun, the crust of this planet is unusually rich in minerals. +3 industry per population. See, this system's turned out to be alright once you stack the bonuses on top from these anomalies. Shattered crust, +2 dust per population, but Neg 1 industry and Neg 2 approval. The surface of this planet is a riot of cliffs, chasms, ridges, and spikes. While the broken surface means that many mineral deposits can be easily mined, it also means that transport and construction will be challenging. Okay. So that puts us at 9. I think I'm going to let our ship sit here for a bit and recharge probes, and then I'm going to send more probes off, because eventually we don't need these star lanes, and as long as we have a system out here, we can just travel to it. So maybe we will find another system that way. Okay, let's move our colonizer forward. And in turn. How are we looking over here? We have 4 turns to go. So move forward again. And end turn. Assign a skill to Dimitri. We're now doing 2 industry and 2 food per population on these planets. Oh, whoops. There we go. Apply skills. Construction queue complete. Multi-thread management is done. So now we're working on PEV scale accelerators. That's going to allow us to colonize the arid planet that is in that system that I want to look at. Basic system development is now available. So if we open up our economy screen, this box is now full. It was empty like this one is. Now we can apply a system improvement. This is the one that I want to apply. So, these are all luxury resources. So that's handy. I need to remember that. This is where I can reference what's a luxury resource. So, we're not producing any Jadonics, so I really can't do anything with this yet. So we'll exit out of that. Actually, I want to go back to it. Flip over to Marketplace. Here's our strategics. Titanium. Oh, I was wrong to say if it can be used to construct a military vessel. It's more like if it can be used to power a specialized module on a military vessel, then it's a strategic. So titanium, hyperium, adamantium, antimatter, auricalcix, oricalcix. I want to say it's oricalcix, and quadrinix. See, this is such a pretty game, man. Their still pictures are really gorgeous. I don't know. It really appeals to me. I like this game more than Stellaris. All right, how far out now? 2 turns. And 4 turns until we can colonize right here in Ibella. We'll be able to colonize this small arid world here, and it's got Jadonics on it, so that's going to be useful. Okay, what about over here? What kind of planets do we have here? Because this is the next one, probably. We have Ash and Steppes. And the Steppes has... So we want Steppes. Steppes and desert. Colonization, that one right there. And we're going to want baryonic shielding as well. It's an awful lot of research before getting in. Normally I'm into military by this point in time, but with this playthrough, I'm having to learn colonizations, and I'm going to need this as well for the desert. So we're having to be patient when it comes to Military. Right now, all we're dealing with is pirates, so these Patrol 3s should be good enough for that. Alright, so intern. So on turn 20, Solo Quest started Chapter 1, Unexpected Entropy. An emissary from the Academy arrives dressed formally. They only agree to speak or communicate in public venues while being recorded. This is no ordinary discussion. It appears that the head of the Academy is indisposed, and various organizations within the Academy are beginning to operate with a certain degree of independence. You're provided with a few names, a list, a small explanation, really a marketing brochure, on the Academy's structure and organization. Once the discussions are over, you place an encrypted call to the hero in your employ, who is visibly uncomfortable. You understand, they say. We are beings of exceptional power. We are trained to seek only strength and knowledge, but some seek more, you finish. Yes, and there are associations, fraternities, within the Academy. Theoretically, just clubs for heroes with shared interests. Those who seek power often use them for leverage, however. In research, training, exploration, none of this is shocking, though it makes you uneasy. But as long as they lack access to resources, you say, they are not a threat, at least not to friendly empires. Your employee nods, as if agreeing, and prepares to end the discussion. Then, at the last second, changes their mind. They add, remember that there are unclaimed places of enormous wealth out there, and everyone is starting to look at them. The transmission is terminated, leaving you curious and concerned. Man, that's cool. See, as I've been trying to learn this game, I just blow by this stuff, and I haven't been reading it, but this is one of the aspects of this game that I like, that makes it different from Stellaris, and it's a plus in my book. We can investigate 10 new curiosities, seek information about possible unclaimed places in the galaxy, use probes on ships with the exploration role to explore curiosities. Our reward would be the probe microfactory. Can only be installed on exploration and command and hero ships. Probe cooldown neg 100%. That's pretty nice. But I have some DLC for this that makes this the choice. Seek the unclaimed places that your hero spoke of. Other constellations can be found with probes in some quests or events, or by unlocking the autonomous materials technology for wormholes. Oh, wow. And I can't select mapping, choice locked, need unique constellation. But the award for this one right here, searching for systems outside of our constellation, is Scavenged Ram Scoop. And this, from what I've heard online, is phenomenal. It adds 3 movement points. Distance traveled per movement point plus 25%. So it's a beefed up engine that extends your travel capability. So that's what we're going to take. How many probes do I have saved up here? Oh, I'm at 4 of 4. Okay. So here we go. I am going to... let's see. I want to kind of check this arc right here. So we will send... Let's see. More like kind of like that. 1... Did it launch? It did. Okay. 2, 3, and that 4th one should have been a little bit further down, but that's all right. We'll get this as they go. They'll spread out, of course. So we'll cover an arc like around here once they reach this point. All right. Alrighty then. How are we looking? One turn left, and then this is ready. And then we got to send them on a mission for orbiting here for 6 days. You guys, actually, I kind of want to bring you all the way back to home system because these pirates are going to go active. And I don't want these dudes sitting out in the open. Okay, we will end turn and go to turn 21. And we have a vote beginning. The vote breakdown, it's tied between science and industry. So our hero remains in control, and we've unlocked some new laws. This is nice. Reasoning that it makes more sense to maximize what you have on hand rather than go out and look for more. This framework requires mining and processing companies to exploit to the maximum all resources extracted in the Empire. Effects: +1 resource generation on strategic resource deposit, and plus 10% industry per strategic deposit on systems. That's nice. +1 resource generation and plus 10% industry per strategic deposit. Okay. On systems. Nice. Okay. This one here, Star Boogie Bill. A noble effort by a team of serious researchers. This group of laws ensures that ship structures and systems are developed with movement speed in mind. From mass and density analysis to engine power and efficiency curves, no scientific stone is left uncovered. Its proponents, obviously, are less happy with the unfortunate nickname that stuck. +3 movement points on ships. That's nice. Dirty Hands Act. Keeping a close hand on education and apprenticeship systems allows the Senate to funnel the Empire's human resources where they are most needed. This law, if passed, will result in a stronger and more efficient workforce in terms of production and construction. Dubbed the Dirty Hands Bill by opponents, some claim that only the higher arts and sciences should be supported with public money. That's insanity. Neg 10% system improvement industry cost on systems. Neg 10%. Okay, so we get a 10% discount on all buildings. In this game, buildings are referred to as system improvements. Okay. Good to know. Tarkana successfully hacked. Improve that image. Deed consolidator of systems failed. The Kappa got it. All right, over here we have our full fleet. Bring them out of the hangar. And we need to assign Dimitri to it. And then send them over here to Tarkana. It's going to take them 4 days to get there, 4 turns. And then they got to stay there for 6 turns. So that probably means I want to, let's see, we're doing okay on dust and everything, so let's get more patrol ships. I need a second navy. That's going to take us 7 turns. Okay, our probes have continued out. Maybe we can make a trip here and do the same thing with probes. Just trying to discover if there's anything around us that doesn't have a space lane that we can take advantage of. Let's begin hacking Cheyenne. That's a nice system. We want control of that system. For being just 3 planets, it was set up well. This is the one that was going to be really good at science, which will help us research faster. Minor civilization will provide you with most of their resources now that they're friendly. All right, good. Construction queue completed. Rumors of an academy. Backtrack the paths of heroes. Okay, I didn't help with that. Oh, apparently I did. Oh, I was the leading contributor, actually, by exploring 5 atmospheric curiosities, or however many I got. So I got 200 dust, 80 influence, and 30 hyperium for that. A word coined by contracting hyperdeuterium. This is a high isotope of hydrogen whose extreme density makes it an ideal source of fuel. Competitive quest started. Find the Academy. No one is even sure of the origin of the being that founded the Academy, whether they are human, endless, alien, or some unknown form. All stories agree, however, that any being touched by dust who finds that secretive place and survives its rigors emerges deeply changed and greatly enhanced. A visit. A word with the leader, an understanding of why the Academy exists and what purpose it serves. There are many mysteries surrounding the Academy, and claiming it is either a place of research into dust or a profitable services business seems somehow a bit glib. The Academy appears to be located in one of 3 systems. Visit them with a fleet, and you may be the first to discover it. Explore the 3 indicated systems with a fleet in order to find the Academy and visit its leader. Where are these systems? I expected to find it highlighted on our map. We can open up quests. Benedictions in the church. Oh yeah, I've read that. Find the Academy. At least one ship has to orbit around a system to discover it. Shows the target location. Let's scroll all the way in and try that again. Okay, so at least one of them's out in this. Oh, they're pulsing now. All right, so there's 2 of them are in this direction. I don't know where that 3rd one's at. It can't possibly be this one. That would be too lucky. But we'll find out because we're going there. All right. Pushing to turn 23. Prev scale accelerators are about to be done. PEV scale. The construction of a high-energy particle accelerator with energy measured in peta-electron volts requires highly advanced engineering, science, materials, and energy supplies. Without this type of machine, explorations deeper into subquantum mechanics would not be possible. And we can build magnetic field generators, which gives plus science to planets with anomalies. These create artificial magnetospheres around planets in order to compensate for the lack of a liquid ferrous core. They provide stable environments on planets that would otherwise be bombarded by radiation. Man, that's neat. Exoscience stations. Oh, this is a specialization that we can set our science systems up with. Not the system, but every planet in the system. We would get +1 science per population on cold planets, as well as just a general +1 science per population, regardless of what kind of planet they're on. Data is the lifeblood of science. As new planets are discovered, field scientists set up systems to measure and analyze the biology, geology, and meteorology of the planet and its atmosphere. Collecting, filtering, and exploiting this information is a first and critical step. And then we can colonize Arid now. The construction of massive accelerator systems requires the development of advanced and efficient coolant systems. The evaporation suppression tech spun off from these projects is vital for building life-sustaining systems on arid worlds. See, I love these little descriptions. I think it adds a lot to the game if you take your time and will actually read them before moving on. And then I'm sure once you've played the game several times, you just kind of know what they are. But I don't know the game so well that I've done all that, so I want to read them. All right, we are now going to go colonize the Ibella system. We got population of Imperials. We're building our second navy. Let's move everybody forward. All right. Okay, so what was I wanted access to steps. Was that because one of these was a step planet? Ash steps, yes, and it had Gedonics on it. So that's going to be done in 3 turns. That also coincidentally means I want a settler right there. Tell everybody to move forward. Okay, we're accomplishing this mission now. They need to be here for 6 turns in orbit. Patrol settlers up next. It'll take 1 turn. Hostile trace detected. Aha. Academy discovered in the Cran system. Famous as the center of training for all heroes, you hear that it is run by a Vidyani dissident and a few of his followers called Pathfinders. Oh man, I named my exploration ship Pathfinder. Looks like I'm going to have to come up with a new name, because I don't like to share names with... I like my names to be unique if possible. Alright, done. Find the Academy. Okay, so I've read that. The location of the Academy has been revealed. There appears to be a bonus for the faction that first made contact, and now it is time to both take advantage of its services and discover its mysteries. The first mystery solved is the name of its leader. He is a Vodyani named Isyander Saint Shayad. Another Dune reference. This at least sounds similar to the name that the what are they called? The Freemen have for the worm, who founded it centuries ago. And they said it was found in the Kraz system. This looks like it's acting like it gave me the reward. New minor system or civilization discovered the Galvarin. They are temperate. Temperates are naturally easier to befriend with and will work by themselves toward getting along with everyone. They are mercantile civilizations who believe that money can solve more problems than it causes. Temperate factions provide more dust than other factions. And they are cryomining. Cold and dark environments are standard for this faction, which is able to mine unusually effectively in those conditions. Plus 25% deposit value on strategic resource deposit, and plus 20 science per cold on systems. So if we get this civilization, we want to make sure these populations are on cold planets. Start negotiations and praise them. Unexpected entropy is complete. As reports of new systems and their contents come in, other reports arrive as well. It seems that heroes are departing the Academy on individual missions, not at Isyander's request. This independence is unusual, though it is not a full rebellion, at least not yet. Objective achieved. Discover 4 systems outside of your constellation. Oh, so my probes must have done this. So we've received the scavenged ram scoop. That's awesome. Seek the Unique, Part 1. It seems that after centuries of study, Isyander is finally coming close to unlocking key mysteries in the history of the Lost. This close to his goal, he has become distracted and vague. He has time for little else than his lifelong obsession. Submitting to his obsession, however, has left his organization adrift and unguided. The result is that some heroes no longer feel the need to obey his orders, while others simply forget to ask his permission. As the mystery of the turmoil is resolved, that of the unclaimed places becomes clearer as well. That should be more clear. You have learned that some of the hero fraternities view the unique planets as anybody's treasure, first come, first served. Beneath the serenity of the great void, a race is heating up to discover and exploit the enormous riches and power that these planets represent. Some view them as resources to be strip-mined. Others view them as historical sites to be studied. Which one are you? Well, we have a pretty neat drama unfolding here. Looks like we cannot take compare. That choice is locked to the Sophon and Volter empires, so we will take singular. If there are riches to be had, it is best to keep them out of the hands of powerful splinter factions of the Academy. You may need to research additional colonization technologies to do this. Search by target planet type in the search field of the tech tree. Colonize or create an outpost on 2 unique planets in less than 30 turns. I guess I've already colonized 1 unique planet. I didn't even realize that. And so we only need 1 more. And the reward will be Kalen Fet Iska. A hero. He's a seeker, so that means he's going to be good at exploration. You can see his skills mastery there. He's actually high in everything, but he is best at wit and exploration, so I'm not quite sure how I would use him. Those are actually the 2 that I like the least. I prefer the middle 2, but I'm also speaking from very little knowledge, so we will confirm. Faction has been assimilated. The Zermsala on Mira has been assimilated by Kappa. Okay. This is Terkana. Oh, here's the system. Here's Cran. So they are saying that I got this. I want to go colonize. This one in particular, Sirma. Sirma 1 is a small lava. Oh, it's already colonized. Well, that's too bad. Sirma 2, also high in industry. High in industry with this large ash. These are big planets too. And a medium arid with Jadonics. This is a really strong industry system. Now this says it's colonized, and I do not quite know how to tell who it's colonized by. I don't know if that's a minor, I don't think it's a minor civilization, but I don't see a normal color for an opposing empire. I think it must be these guys. Unique planet destroyed. This is where the Academy is at. It orbits that planet. Then we have it. So this is actually a 3-planet system, not a 4, because that planet that the Academy orbits is destroyed. And it's colonized. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I can colonize in here. That's where the Galvron are at. I don't really want these other systems. Okay. Oh, I need to actually click colonize. Ebella 3. That's another cutscene that I like with this game. I just think it's well done. We'll have a colony in 17 turns. Okay. Well, I don't think I can colonize over here. It's already done. So we'll have to look for another system. Moving on to turn 26. And machine bacteria is now done, combining insights from extraterrestrial bacteria and the nascent art of nano machines. This new breed of mechanical organisms can provide assistance in more extreme conditions. We gain access to titanium probes. Vision range +2, probe stock 2, cooldown 1 turn. Hyperion probes, vision range of 3, probe stock 3, cooldown those 2 turns. And we can colonize steps now. Alright, so we are currently researching baryonic shielding. Academy power is increased. Heroes will start at level 2 when recruited. Call a spaceman a spaceman. On some of your systems, an antiquated classification scheme used to categorize minor civilization citizens has the religious community up in arms. The classification system is mostly meaningless at this point, but to officially accede to the protesters' demands would be a small bureaucratic nightmare. Okay, well, I typically take ignore. I look at the rewards. We have neg 10 approval on systems, but an increase in scientist political ideology. Or we can take the reduced industry on colonies on Empire and increase the religious political ideology. Now, religious is important to us. That is where our influence branch comes from. But I don't like that neg 15 on industry, so I normally go with this. It's not so much a pro on these options as so much as it is I'm wanting to avoid that first line right there. So I'll go with ignore. The Academy needs evolve, and I have further requests to make of you. To continue its development, research, and special projects, the Academy requires additional dust. I tried donating here, and I always get outpaced by the other empires. The reward here is to be given responsibilities over certain sectors. We get titles. And those come with some benefits, but I just kind of stay out of it. I've never won a benefit, so I don't really know how powerful they are. And because I've never won it, despite donating more and more. Like the 2 or 3 times I've tried it, I more am like, I'd rather keep my dust. So let's move everybody forward. We have my patrol ship here, who is refilled on probes, and now I want to maybe send probes out in this direction, this direction, this direction, and this direction, I guess. All right, so we'll see if that uncovers anything. And then over here, I now should have a colonization ship. Yeah, my settler. Bring him out of the hangar and send him out here to colonize that steppe planet. All right, things are really kind of at turn 26 beginning to develop for us the way that they should be. It's just we're way late into it, though. If we mouse over here, it'll show us where we rank. We're at 102 power. Yeah, that's second to last. So we have some ground to make up. Okay, this event has ended. That was that dust hallucinogen thing. And we are back to producing Navy. Okay, push to turn 27. We are still in the green on everything, so that's been nice. Oh no, pirates. And this guy is not outfitted well. Because he's supposed to be a governor. I just have him out there to get this mission done so we can absorb that civilization. But we're going to click watch. We're using, I guess I should go through this. Okay. My fleet is set up for artillery. That means that they are close range fighters. So I want a tactic that's going to have people in as many of these slots right here as I can get. And of those, Turtle is the one that does it. So we get an additional 25% hull plating absorption on our ships. But this is where you would pick your various tactics. All right, if we move to here, display stats about military power. They outpace us a little bit. Whoever has more percentage of this ring is the ones that are more powerful. So it looks like the measurement starts here, and then you can see that they meet us over on our side of the split. Right here shows that they have stronger kinetics than we do. And they also have stronger projectiles, energy damage. So how much of the ring is controlled shows who is stronger, but then how much more stronger they are than you is reflected by the thickness of the ring. So you can see neither one of our fleets are outfitted with very much energy. That's because this ring is thin. But between the two of us, they have better energy weapons. It's just not their strength. Both fleets are geared for artillery strikes, or kinetic at least. They might be missiles. I don't know. They could be using torpedoes, not missiles, but torpedoes. We're using artillery. And between the two of us, they're better at it than we are. And then the final one is the range. All right, now for us, we dominate in the short range. They dominate at long range. So that's the thing. They're torpedo based. That's a long range weapon. Now, even though they outweigh us overall, I think we have an advantage here because our artillery doubles as flat cannons and shoots down torpedoes. And the closer that we get to them, the less the less effective their torpedoes are, and the more effective our guns are. So at long range, where they're strongest, we can mitigate it with our flat cannons. And then we can close in and get inside like Mike Tyson used to do with boxers. Just dip, duck, dodge, and roll and get inside and unleash hell. So now we will hit fight, and we will see how this goes. They are supposed to win, but plus 25% long-range defense. See, that's not going to help them much. They need short-range defense. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm cautiously optimistic. Now you'll notice at first we're missing a lot. That's because we're at range. We get better the closer we get. They have a big ship out there. My hero ship is almost down. I hope they don't kill. Oh, there he goes. I hope it didn't kill him. I've honestly never seen pirates this big and strong this early in the game. That's a capital ship they got, I think. They knocked down another one, but I knocked down their large ship. So it's 3-on-2 now, and I'm closing distance. This fight's almost done. I think those two got out alive. Yeah, they did. Major victory. Okay. He's not dead. I don't know if you can lose heroes or not, but we did. We scored a major victory. So you can look at advanced and damage absorbed by their hull plating was 3,200, but we did nearly 12,000 damage with kinetic weapons. I'm not sure where these missed shots are. Right here, maybe. Evaded shots, 56. I think those are shots that doesn't make sense. They would have evaded some, especially at range. But here's where their damage is. Damage received from their beam weapons. 3,072. Use shield to reduce beam damage. Evaded shots, 56. Okay. So look at the difference here. 12,000 damage done compared to their 3,700. If they didn't have a capital ship, we would have absolutely obliterated them. But this is a big ship right here. Roll Hunter, size medium. It's not even a capital, it's just a medium ship, but that's a lot better than our light ships. Okay. So, we're done with that. Hero level up. Well, that's good. He didn't die. Let's, go. This is pretty tempting. I think I'm gonna go with this. I don't know. This is approval? No, influence. I'll stick with influence. This really isn't going to pay off until we start to colonize the rest of our beginning system. So I'm going to pour points into here. All right, we'll apply those. And I think I can repair my fleet. Creates a new fleet. Oh no, everybody's already good to go, I guess. Okay. This will be done in 2 turns. Over here we can colonize the steppes. Abundant deposit of Jadonics. Okay, we'll pay the money to bring that down to 19 turns. And we can move on to turn 28. Hear my last cry. What looked like a huge asteroid approaching one of your system's stars turned out to be a fragment of an ancient planet that burst ages ago. What makes it different are the remains of strange alien structures on it. What will you do before the planetary fragment flames into the sun? Make them pay. We don't even know them. While it is safe, make tours to visit and learn more about who lived there. Oh, okay. And in the meantime, make some dust out of it. Plus 10% influence from Empire, or on Empire, and plus 10% dust on Empire. Respect the dead, we would get science and approval. What happened in that planet was not a natural occurrence. Some things are better left undisturbed. It is better to learn what we can of it from a safe distance. Or forgotten science. Send a team of scientists to get as much information as they can from those structures. We will be granted a random technology. I always take this one. Another battle, but we're gonna beat them up here. We're just obliterate them. Is there a way that I can hold you out? I should have separated you from that fleet. Well, you got to be part of the fleet for us to get the... Yeah, there's no way around that, man. All right, well, let's hope for the best. Gosh, I hope they don't target them. Oh, that... Man, he looks rough. Shields up. Open fire. Oh, they took him down right away. You can see the torpedoes getting shot out of the sky. There goes one of theirs. And the second one also. So that's game over. Decisive victory. Okay, +1 random tech. Oh, we have population leaving. Because of affinity, I think is what it's saying. Where did they leave? Othero. Okay. And we completed another patrol. We're probably getting full. Yeah. We're comfortable right here. But this area right here is overpopulation. So rather than stay here, they've left and they went to one of our other systems that we're colonizing. I think that's how that's working. Actually, let me double check something. Okay, just the science is available, so I'm not interested in that right now. This is supposed to be a dust system. Alrighty then, so still we can't heal here, huh? I thought that we could. Repairs and upgrades to selected ships. Oh, we can, it's just that they don't need repairing. I guess his ship doesn't count for whatever reason. Okay, you are my explorer vessel. I don't want you to... Actually, you know what? Yes, I do. We're going to go ahead and update you. So you are now a combat ship. And we will merge those two. And then over here, we'll queue up... When did I get access to these? Escort and Corvette. I'm going to queue up a Pathfinder. Let me open this. Efficient shielding. Oh, that's when. Oh, this is the random tech that we got. Oh, that's kind of awesome. That's really helpful for us. By augmenting the natural magnetic characteristics of the hull material and using lighter alloys in construction, this improved ship design gives bonuses to tonnage and improves kinetic and missile defense. And we get access to the Egezre class hull, the Yaranif class hull, and hardened behemoths. In order to improve the battle survivability to behemoth class designs, they must gain improved hulls, redundant systems, and greater self-sufficiency. Plus 14,000 health on unspecialized behemoths. Set the module multiplier to 2x on behemoths. We have an attacker and a protector. Okay. Well, that kind of changes a lot. So I'm going to create a new ship. We're going to call this the Aegis. And it will be a Yaranif class ship where I will put plating, 2 things of plating and a shield. This is a defensive-oriented tank. It will actually draw aggro from the other ships. Put 1 gun on it. And might as well go with the scavenged ram scoop. And then we will create the offensive class This will be a stiletto. And it's going to be tripled up on guns. Get the go, go, go engine. And add a shield. Okay, and then I can delete this. And delete this. Okay, well that was really nice for us. They will replace these navies that I have out right now. All right, we're going to push to turn 28. All right, we should have a new navy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to go blockade this pirate port. There's another system here. All right. If we look at our quest, Hidden Rebellion, Words in Private, this one right here, we need one more turn. All right, sweet. Shane successfully hacked. Sabotage supplies. Even pirate rings need good logistics, and this operation causes chaos in the supply lines via false requests, faked manifests, and general misinformation. +4 turns before next pirate fleet. -14 pirate reinforcement points. Bam. System relics, pre-galactic markers. This system's variety of peculiar architectural landmarks surrounded by examples of far more modern construction is evidence of a barely faster than light FTL civilization that was assimilated by a more technologically advanced galactic empire. Although some of the traditional customs and ways of the Kalmat persist, they have essentially adopted United Empire culture. Parading your hero through the streets of the Kalmat capital made a considerable impression on the population. The splinter group's power rocketed overnight. They offer many blessings. Their victory is your victory. All right, so we've obtained the minor civilization. Faction assimilated. The Kalmat on Terkana has been assimilated. And we now have a new luxury resource as a result of that, the Super Spuds, highly modified tubers that provide a near indestructible food source perfected by the endless scientist Vaderhorn. Vadarhan. Yeah, I'll go with that. Effects within a system development upgrade. Well, I'm not going to use it for a system development upgrade, but we do have Super Spuds now. So we'll click done. I don't want this army. They cost us dust, and I want my navy. I want my ships. But these guys right here, I can reassign now my governor. So that's good. That's where he belongs. I don't have him geared up to be a flight commander. Okay. Both of my navies will now converge on Zheng. And we're going to begin ridding ourselves of these infernal pirates. Okay, over here, we have a Pathfinder being developed. We will also begin setup of, let's see, that +15 dust. Yeah, that's going to help. We're going to throw that up there. We're going to throw infinite supermarkets up to get the approval. And we are going to toss in the intergalactic supermarket. It can only be used once per empire, but this is going to be a dust specialized system, and it is our capital system. So we will get plus 25 dust per system level and plus 3 dust per population. That's a big bump. You can see we have high population slots on everything here. I think this is going to be a fantastic system to drop that into. We're also going to take a dip in here. Now that we're making Jedonics, we're getting plus 7 per turn. We can move back over to trade and resources, and we can slot that in right there. That's going to add plus 60 industry on a system that we've upgraded its system level to. Does this have system development projects allow you to level up your star systems by using a combination of luxury resource components that generate special bonuses. So now if I come back over here, we have this level 2 modernization. It only takes 1 turn, so we'll add it to the queue and bump it all the way up to second in line. We'll let that Pathfinder complete first. Okay, this is where I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to take a break. I have Elden Ring stuff I need to record, and I recorded earlier today, but I pared it down a lot, so I need to do some more recording in Elden Ring and then take those 2 videos into an editor and mash them together. That's supposed to be tomorrow's video, so because it's so late at night, it's probably not going to release until late in the day. So I got to get that done. I might be back on Endless Space 2 in the early morning hours because my sleep schedule is crazy. But that's going to be it for tonight, guys. How long did I stream for? About 2 hours? Yeah, about 2 hours, I think. All right. Hey, happy Halloween, everybody. I hope everybody made it back home safe and sound. And some of these cities, like Detroit, and if you saw what happened in South Korea, Halloween can get flipping nuts and truly demonic in some of these places. And that's not the kind of Halloween that I'm into celebrating. I just kind of like the haystack rides and the Casper the Ghost kind of campiness about it, Scooby-Doo style stuff, you know. So I hope everybody made it home safe and sound. For any of you that were out and about in the social scene and what do they call that? I can't even think of the term now, but mixing it up socially. I hope everybody got everything out of it that you wanted. We'll just leave it at that. But I will see you guys when I see you. Good night and goodbye.